Aw, jeez, what does the world come to? I always feel like the government's gonna kill me. It's been 10 years since Fireflies came out and there's still no sequel to it. And where the f*** is all the good YouTube videos gone? Man, I just wish I could go back. Back to where there wasn't a care in the world. Back when people made videos out of passion and not for the fat stacks. Good thing I can, with nostalgia goggles! See, last night as I was partaking in my daily ceremony of drowning my very real, very scary personal issues away with some sparkling grape juice and Owl City's Fireflies on blast, one of the most peculiar things happened. But that wasn't it. It was that my package for my nostalgia glasses actually came in. I was 98% sure these things were a scam. For 4 payments of $9.99, no, there's no period, these nostalgia glasses, when put on, mask the stain that is real life and takes you back to the good old times. See, with this unimportant letter saying I'm evicted from my house, when I put on the nostalgia glasses, it turns into Safety Torch by Tobuscus. Oh man, I loved that. And also this letter from the IRS saying I owe them a assload of money. When I put the nostalgia glasses on, it turns into PewDiePie playing horror games without a care in the world. And it can also fix annoying YouTubers.
Wow! Wow.
Alright, this thing isn't a miracle worker. Oh, the golden era of YouTube. Back when this guy was our biggest problem, and you didn't have to fear f***ing jail time for making animations. Well, you never know how good something is until it's gone, but the golden era of YouTube has been gone for years now, so why the hell do I still miss it? And while this platform has fallen so low over the past decade, what better time than to start a YouTube channel? But now that the golden era of YouTube is long past us, I thought what better way to cope with this than to cry over something that's never coming back and to bitch about everything that's happening now. This is healthy. So there's many different eras on YouTube, and of course everyone has their own opinions and thoughts, but I would say most people agree that the golden age of YouTube lasted from about 2008 to 2013. This was the euphoric time where dreams were made, this masterpiece was uploaded, and we weren't 24/7 scared for our ways of life. Back then, 100,000 views was considered viral, and the trending tab was for, you know, videos that were fucking trending. Now, if you're wondering about the eras after this golden era, I would say from 2014 to 2016 was the borderline ass area where YouTube flirted with becoming traditional media and started putting some questionable rules in their terms of service. And everything after 2017 is This is where we are now in the post-adpocalypse, where good content is suppressed, sensationalism thrives, and oh man, do you remember Nugget and a Biscuit? And a big thing about the golden age of YouTube being gone is the way content's made. See, back in the good old times, you could use your laptop webcam or a crappy camcorder to make videos and gain a large following. But the geniuses up at YouTube took a long hard work at their platform and said, happiness and prosperity? Not on my watch. And they decided to take more of a corporate approach on how they run this website. Like many of you guys don't know, but the original slogan, broadcast yourself, implying anyone from anywhere can express themselves creatively, was actually changed to broadcast the most non-offensive brand safety version of yourself, and if you don't like it, well then f*** off, asshole. In this golden age, although there weren't as many people watching YouTube, it just felt so much more authentic and personal. Nowadays, if you want to get anywhere, you absolutely need high-tech equipment, a solid understanding of the algorithm, and the acceptance of how f***ed you are. And yeah, you can argue that the post-apocalypse version of YouTube forced more refined, higher quality content, but now it's lost that precious you in YouTube and replaced it with bend-over tube. And I don't know about you, but that does not have the same ring to it. But if you want to go by YouTube standards, by far the worst thing that has happened since the golden era of YouTube has to be that green stuff. During the golden era, money was everywhere and advertisers were clawing to place ads on the new medium of entertainment. For smaller channels back then, CPMs or cost per thousand views were like $10, which means every 100 views you got $1. Now only kids channels can get that kind of revenue. Oh great. Nowadays for smaller creators, you only get about 1 to 3 CPM. Oh yeah, and that's if you're f***ing monetized. See, YouTube now started to straight up disable people's monetization for some ungodly reason. If you say a no-no word in the first 45 seconds of your video, that's just as bad as terrorism. Bye-bye, bitch. They also implemented a threshold to get monetized too, which is a controversial topic, but one that I actually agree with. See, because a certain someone said certain something about Jews, I don't really remember, a lot of advertisers pulled their ads from YouTube. Advertisers like Disney had to pretend they give two shits about respecting people, and they all pulled their ads. Good thing Disney's never done anything anti-Semitic. So there were now less ads than ever before, and to keep the already existing creators on YouTube, they decided to have a barrier on how to get monetized. All you need is 1,000 subscribers, so that's pretty easy to get to, and 5.5 months of watch time. Oh, great. So although that encourages long, drawn-out videos with not really high quality to them, I understand YouTube was running low on ads. Oh, great! Now I understand if you need to keep the bigger creators happy, so give them all the ads, I understand. But then they did this! 2 ads instead of 1. So now we don't know what to think. Are they actually limited on ads? Well, we have no idea. They suck at communication. And if that's not the best segue I've ever seen, I don't know what is. Their communication skills are next to none. So how do I put this simply? Oh, YouTube's communication skills on a scale of ass to 10 are f***ing ass. They've always been kind of trash when it comes to communication, but now that YouTube's bigger than ever before, it's like they don't even hire anyone specifically for communication. So now creators are more lost than ever before. We don't know what they want from us, how to grow, or how the algorithm works. Anything. In fact, someone had to literally data mine and find out how YouTube ranks people with something called a P-score. It gave you a number and a rating of G, PG, teen, or MA, and if you were rated MA, your career's done. You're not going to be suggested, and your ads are going to be next to none. So we finally find out how we're ranked, what we need to do to gain traction. YouTube takes it down 4 hours later. Not to mention the absolute atrocity that is the copyright system going on. If you just have a couple seconds of a song in your video, boom, you're copyrighted and your entire video is claimed and could be blocked. But this really isn't a golden age of YouTube kind of thing. This has kind of always been there along with Content ID. So I'll have to give it the slide on this one, but I got my eyes on you. In the golden era of YouTube, it was much easier to gain traction and get views. It used to be everyone had the same exact chance of getting views as long as you had a good thumbnail, good tags, good title. But now since tags are so overused, you spam your description with information. So now instead of certain genres of YouTube videos being mostly clickbait, and it was usually kids genres back then, now it's f***ing everything is clickbait. If you don't have this constipated expression on your face in every single one of your thumbnails, hate to say it, but no views for you. Also, the absolute biggest thing back then that separates the golden era of YouTube from today is the top creators. See, back then it was creator over corporation. You could get famous off doing anything. Vlogs, gaming, commentary, anything. It was a brand new frontier that no one had ever seen before. You just had to work hard enough and you'll grow for sure. But now it's corporations who own YouTube. Just look at the top creators right now. Out of the top 20 most subscribed YouTube channels, literally 2 of them are independent creators. And now contrast that to say a year 2013, where the top 20 channels had to be all independent creators, right? Well, if you look at it, only 7 of them are. Well, clickbait's obviously worse now, right? Nope. Oh, I guess not. It could be said it was arguably worse than it is now. Okay, well what about money back then? It was a true goldmine for AdSense. Well, back then there was stuff like Machinima, networks you were forced to join if you wanted to make money. Most of them were scams, and if they weren't, then you'd only get like less than half of the cut. Contrast that to now, where Google takes 45% of the cut, but you get 55%. Sounds a little bit better. So what am I saying? Am I saying that YouTube's always been shit, that it's just been the same, or that it's gotten better? Well, the moral of the story is, it is what you make it. No matter what you do, you can't go back in time and go to the past. You just gotta accept the here and now. Although these nostalgia goggles may take you back to the past and make everything seem better, nostalgia just filters out the bad stuff and shows you the good stuff. Like Safety Torch was awesome, but I'm gonna be evicted from my fucking house! There was good stuff back then, but also some bad stuff. There's some bad stuff now, but also some good stuff. Basically, if you play the victim card and stay in the past, you'll never be able to look ahead. That's why so many channels die off if they keep trying to do the thing that made them popular. YouTube is constantly evolving, and yes, it sucks that big corporations are the head of YouTube now, but there will never not be small independent creators far behind. So basically, take off those nostalgia goggles and put on the realistic goggles. So yes, realistically, I do owe the IRS assloads of money. Yes, I am gonna be evicted from my house. And yes, YouTube sucks ass. it's 10 minutes long, just about. Gotta crawl to that 10-minute mark. Yaw, check out the Twitter. Yaw.